live EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Mexico City.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. With Harris out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of the than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Diablos nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
To the goal line. But it's incomplete.
Intended for Austin Hooper. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Right there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Patriots 7, Diablos nothing.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Diablos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now a first down carry for Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
.45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd down and 3.
Now Harris finds a seam inside the 40 and down right around the 37.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play fake. Mayfield. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 5.
2nd down at 5. Mayfield off the play fake. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go down at the 28.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mayfield on play action. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Powers past him at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Harris stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They run for it with Harris. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 28-yard
line. Handoff comes to Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They run it again with Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mexico City, first down.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He's got Henry, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jones. That's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Patriots. Jones going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. And on now is the punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
To throw is Jones. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band